Dr. Ben Carson has pulled ahead in national polling and, of course, leads in Iowa. The retired neurosurgeon told me on Meet the Press in March that his religion is central to his person.
I personally believe that a person's religious beliefs are the things that make them who they are, gives them a direction in their life. But I do not believe that religious beliefs should dictate one's public policies and stances.
Carson is a Seventh-day Adventist, and while he has shied away from connecting his religious principles with policy, speaking openly about his faith is a cornerstone of his campaign, and it appears to be resonating with voters, especially evangelicals. In our own NBC News Online survey conducted with SurveyMonkey, 33% of white evangelical Republican voters support him. That's better than Trump and, frankly, everybody else in the field. White evangelicals make up 56% of Republican caucus goers, or at least they did in 2012. They're likely to make up that number, if not more. To learn more about the faith that guides Ben Carson, I'm joined by Elder Alex Bryant. He's the Executive Secretary of the North American Division of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Elder Bryant, thanks for coming in.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Let's just go with some basic history here. Give me, I know it started in the 19th century, but give me the brief elevator history of the church in this country.
The Seventh-day Adventist Church was started in New England area of this country. Started out of their belief that Jesus Christ was coming soon, and out of that belief they were given the name Adventist because many other Christian faiths were not teaching that at the particular time, and it slowly grew. They had a disappointment because they had thought he was going to come at a particular time, but they still hung on strongly to the belief that Jesus would come, and so the movement became a denomination in 1863, and the Seventh-day Adventist Church grew out of other Protestant faiths and communities.
So this is a sect of Christianity. This is not, like we went through this debate about Mormonism, and there have been some Christians who say, this is sect of Christianity, period, hard stop.
Absolutely. The Seventh-day Adventist Church believes strongly, it's a Christian faith community, and believes strongly in the death, the resurrection of Jesus Christ, and salvation only through him. And everything is built upon that belief.
And there is a really, in my research, there's clearly a tight ties with the abolition movement at that time. Abolitionist movement, correct?
There are some ties to the abolition movement at that time as we go into our history. Some of them were Seventh-day Adventists.
And that's, in many ways, there's a large African-American membership in Seventh-day Adventists. And does it trace back to that time being that they were on the side of the abolitionists?
Yes, but also because they connect very closely with many of the truths of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. In fact, today we're about 32% African American in this country.
What was your reaction when you heard Donald Trump just start making it seem as if it's something, what is this denomination that I've never heard of?
Well, I thought Donald Trump gave us an opportunity to tell about the Seventh-day Adventist Church and who we are and what we're about, what we believe, what we stand for, that we're Seventh-day Adventist Christians who believe passionately in Jesus Christ and who have been established to help spread his message and love to the world.
I've not known this church to be very political. How would you describe the church's forays into American politics?
The church in its history and until now has had a very, very strong emphasis on religious liberty and separation of church and state. We believe the church should be the church and not be involved in politics. And we do not use the church for any political platform. We've never endorsed any candidate as a corporate body. And we still continue to hold to that, even though there's a Seventh-day Adventist right.
I was just going to say, with Dr. Carson's candidacy, do you sense more excitement in the community, or is there trepidation, or a little bit of both?
Probably the spectrum.
Yeah.
Because in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, we have people of all political persuasions, from the far left to the far right and everything in between. And so we allow people to follow their political convictions. But what holds us together as a family and as a church is our mission and the message we believe God has given us for this time.
Obviously, the one big difference is the Sabbath being from Friday night to Saturday night. I'm Jewish, that's our Sabbath as well. Is that just something from the Old Testament that the founders decided to carry forward?
is not only in the Old Testament, it's grounded in the very beginning of creation when on Genesis chapter 2 when God created the earth. He also established a Sabbath, and we find that through the Old Testament. We find that Jesus followed the Sabbath, kept the Sabbath in the New Testament, and we also find that his disciples, the apostles, in the book of Acts through the end of Revelation are still keeping the Sabbath. And so it has a rich history and consistency throughout the Bible from Genesis to Revelation.
And Elder Alex Bryant, I appreciate you coming on to help educate some folks that maybe didn't know enough about your religion.
Thank you. It was a joy being here, Chuck.
Up next in the lid.
From the beginning you loved us, and from your heart you have expressed it through the eternal gift that you gave. And all these years that you created, that were a masterpiece you painted, but the Sabbath was exceptional. Maker of the universe, I praise you on your Sabbath day. I thank you for this time that you have held, the day that I can rest in you, glorious and holy, the day that you delight in, a gift for the world that you created. I worship on the day that you have given me.
As time passed by, we grew so distant, and we forgot the gift you gave us, the gift that will remind us who you are. Yeah, but then you sent your only son for him to show us the way home. By example, he restored.
Maker of the universe, I praise you on your Sabbath day. I thank you for this time that you have hallowed, a day that I can rest in you, glorious and holy, the day that you delight in, a gift for the world that you created. I worship on the day that you have given me. I'm the one who sanctifies it. You will find your joy in me.
I will cause you to ride the heights of the land. The mouth of Jehovah says this.
Maker of the universe, I praise you on your Sabbath day. I thank you for this time that you have hallowed, a day that I can rest in you, glorious and holy, the day that you delight in, a gift for the world that you created. I worship on the day that you have given me. I worship on the day that you have given me. I worship on the day that you have given me. 6 días hiciste el mundo y todo lo que existe, mas el séptimo fue especial. Creador de todo, te adoro en tu sábado, te agradezco por tu santo día, en que pueda reposar en ti. Sábado glorioso, delicia santa de Jehová, regalo para el mundo que creaste. Te adoraré en el día que me diste a mí.
Pasó el tiempo y olvidamos, y así nos alejamos del regalo que un día nos unió. Pero mandaste a tu Hijo para mostrarnos el camino, y con su ejemplo restauró.
Creador de todo, te adoro en tu sábado, te agradezco por tu santo día, en que pueda reposar en ti. Sábado glorioso, delicia santa de Jehová, regalo para el mundo que creaste. Te adoraré en el día que me diste a mí. Yo soy quien los santifica, te deleitarás en mí.
Y te haré subir sobre las alturas. La boca de Jehová lo dice así.
Creador de todo, te adoro en tu sábado,